Hey guys, just back. It's been, I guess a little while since I've done an opening, but of course I haven't done a structure deck opening. Well, here you go, structure deck, and I'm gonna start doing some like deck list, well, whatever Like I made a Stillstorm deck and a Gishi deck, but they're just related to mostly Hidden Arsenal 5, so they're not like like full on awesome completeness. But they work. They work pretty well. People have friends at school I duel against. They work pretty decent against them. But yeah, here we go. A deck that I've been dying and just I love Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Is my absolute favorite series. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! GX so much. And they came with the heroes, and I'm planning on buying heroes. The new Master deck, Hero Strike soon ASAP. But I got my hands on this. It finally came in the mail on Amazon. Well, it didn't take long. It took like a week. But I got the Cyber Dragon Revolution structure deck. I know it's old. And, well, it's old. It just came out like, what, last year? So, yeah, something like that. Last year. So, almost a year old. I think it's a year old. I don't know, but I have a Cyber Dragon Revolution structure deck. Of course, I have 3 to build the deck with it. Using cards out of the structure deck and some additional cards that I decided. Took me a while to figure out a good, proper deck list for it. Like, what would be good, what would not be good. And, I'm trying to keep it Cyber Dragon-y only, so not really anything. Like, so the extra deck will be Cyber Dragons only, so, of course, that's just me. So, here, that's about it. So, it's about all the introductions I have, so, my Stillstorm deck and Gishi deck profile will come up soon, and my Cyber Dragon profile will come up and heroes. Whenever I get heroes, you'll see my Master deck profile too. Alright, so let's just get into this. So, put these two off to the side. Here you got the Cyber Dragon Revolution. I already know what comes into it, but yeah, I already know what comes into it. I've seen so many openings for it. Blah, 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 but let's just go and look at it. On the top cover, we have Cyber Dragon Nova. This is really awesome. He's really good. And there's new Cyber Dragons coming out as well, I found out. But let's just not get into that, because whatever. Okay, at the back, let's see. Let's find camera will autofocus. I don't know if we can focus. Focus. There you go. Okay, the revolution begins anew. Get ready to wield the most legendary mechanical monsters ever to grace the halls of Duel Academy. This structure deck comes with an army of Cyber Dragons that can fuse and combine to make even more fearsome Cyber Dragons. Monsters like Cyber Twin Dragon and all the XYZ monsters, Cyber Dragon Nova. The revolution has begun. Which side will you be on? My autofocus isn't working. Okay. Sorry, my focus is bad. Here's the card list, if you can see it. If not, and at the very bottom, it says the revolutionary structure deck includes 38 common cards, 2 ultra rare cards, 2 super rare cards, 1 rulebook, 1 deluxe game mat, and 1 dueling guide with tips to help you obliterate your foes. So yeah, all fine and dandy. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into this. Get into this awesome structure deck. Cyber Dragons and Elemental Heroes are Yu-Gi-Oh! GX is my favorite series, so I absolutely love the Cyber Dragons and Elemental Heroes. They're like my favorite cards or like favorite art types. I wasn't huge into Destiny Heroes or Evil Heroes. I'm more so, but I'm not saying they're bad though. But I'm just more into those two. These are like my favorite art types. I love them, so I'm so glad I get to finally build a Cyber Dragon deck. I mean, it's just. It's great. I just, took me a while to eventually, whenever to get this, because I went off of Yu-Gi-Oh! And came back, and I wasn't really all hyped for it and stuff, and now I'm just all like, oh, Cyber Dragon. I'm like, wait, Cyber Dragons. Yes, let's get into it. Hurry, come on, let's go. Let's get into it, and here we go. Now we have them. So before we get into the deck right here, we have a deck list here, game mat, so why not? It's actually pretty cool. Let's go ahead and lay it down first. Here's the game mat. It's actually pretty damn awesome, if I should say myself. Looks really cool. All the Cyber Dragons here. We got Dre, Valley, Twin, Dway, Nova, Original, Core, Proto, and Eleton. Which is pretty neat. And I'm getting 3 of them! That's the only downfall to me to buying 3 structure decks is because you're getting 3 of each, getting 3 of everything. And you're just getting 3, you're getting a deck 3 times, and then you're getting 3 Robux. 3 deck lists, and 3 of these. But, we're only here for the deck. But here's the deck. Right here. Let's get into this. Okay, come on. Okay. There we go. Plastic is off. Starting out, we have Cyber Dragon Nova with 2,100 attack points, 1,600 defense points. My camera won't focus. Can you see? Can you see it? Can you see its attack and defense? No. Come on, camera. Focus. 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 Camera's being a bee. Well, here we go. Can I tell? It's at 2,100 attack points and 600 defense points. It takes 2 level 5 machine type monsters. Once per turn, you can attach 1 explosive material from this card and target 1 Cyber Dragon in your graveyard. Special summon the target once per turn. During either player's turn, you can banish 1 Cyber Dragon from your hand or face up from your monster card zone. This card gained 2,100 attack points with the end phase, so that's 42, which isn't bad. If this card in your possession is sent to your graveyard by your opponent's card effect, you can special summon 1 machine type user monster from your extra deck. So basically, say your opponent fissures this thing, or suckers your armor this thing, or mirror forces this thing, which wouldn't be necessarily bad to you. Be like, oh, you got rid of my Nova, okay, and Cyber End Dragon, or Cyber Twin Dragon out there. You know, it's not, Novas can really come in handy. He can banish, get extra attack, so it's 21. He can, attach a special summon, a Cyber Dragon. So, I mean, say you have Dre in your graveyard or something, or say you have, say you have Core in your graveyard or something, or, actually, no, say you have Core in your graveyard, you can use Core's effect to bring out Cyber Dragon, regular Cyber Dragon. Then say you have Dre in your graveyard, because you just use you can use Nova's effect to detach. Dre can come out, and bam, you use Dre's effect, and you can get out another Nova. And so it's like you have 2 Novas. Having 2 Novas on the field isn't the best idea, but think about it. If your opponent just mirror force it, double. Cyber End, Cyber Twin, or both, whatever you run, that's powerful. I'm just saying. But also, it wouldn't be the best idea. But here we go, Nova, Cyber Twin Dragon, which, you know, he can takes Cyber Dragon plus Cyber Dragon. He's got 2,800 attack points, 2,100 defense points, and he can attack up to twice. So, yeah. And we got Cyber Dragon Core, with 400 attack points, 1,500 defense points. When this card is normal summoned, add 1 Cyber Spell or Trap Guard from your deck to your hand, which is like your Repair Plant or your Cybernetic Network or Cybernetic Technology, so-and-so. If your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, you can banish this card from your graveyard. Special summon 1 Cyber Dragon monster from your deck. You can only use the effective Cyber Dragon for Core effect once per turn. And only that turn. And his name becomes Cyber Dragon while on the field or graveyard. So, you have Core. Hey, Core is rushing in your graveyard. All nice and pretty. Banish it. Summon out Cyber Dragon. Or, bring out Cyber Dragon. And Dre's in the graveyard. Use Nova. You got Nova's effect right here. Detach. Bring back Dre. Dre becomes level 5. Bring out another Nova. You attack with Nova. And your opponent mirror forces it. Like, oh, they're gone. Comes double twin or an end and twin. So yeah. Or even just one. Bam can be on an end or twins. Whatever, you know. It's pretty versatile. Just like, oh, it's still the battle phase, you know. Attack. Let's do a lot of damage. And then we have Cyber Dragon Dre, which is 1,800 attack points, 800 defense points, and says this. When he is done with summon, you can make all Cyber Dragons you currently control become level 5. So that's Nova. Makes Nova. So you cannot special summon any monsters during the turn you activate this effect except machine time monsters. And this is apparently Cyber Dragons are machine time deck, so it doesn't really matter. And blah, blah, blah. If this card is banished, you can target one Cyber Dragon you control. It cannot be destroyed by or by card effects for a turn. This card's name becomes Cyber Dragon was in the foot graveyard. His second effect isn't totally useful. I mean, it is, but how many times was Dre? The only way you're gonna get Dre banished most likely is with Eleton. And when you use Eleton, you can use Dre's effect since he's being banished. You can make Eleton or if well no. I don't know. Well, not really. I don't know if he can. I don't know. It's just Cyber Dragon. Well, actually, Dre's counter effect isn't completely useful, but I mean, if he gets banished somehow, then it's like you could just use that counter effect to protect any Cyber Dragon you control. So he can protect your Nova, he can protect your Twin, your Cores, your regular right here, your Ends, whatever. So useful. So those are pretty much the foil cards of here. And you have regular Cyber Dragon, which you have the original, and then you have the new version. And clearly, I like the original better. It's just like so much cool. This Cyber Dragon looks like it's dark. I mean, it's not bad, but the Nixon can beat the original in my opinion. Original's awesome. So you already know what he does. You have Zwei, which basically if he attacks, he gains 300 attack. And you can reveal a spell card. He can become Cyber Dragon, which is somewhat useful, but you don't want to run 3 Zwei really because Zwei isn't that great. I mean, of course you can make his name Cyber Dragon, but it's like I don't know. He's not useful. The effect's not useful. I would run 2 or 1. No, that's just me. And then Proto, he's Cyber Dragon on the field. He's also pretty weak. So he's not good. It's either good to run 2. I would run 2 or 1. Mostly 2 because Proto's just like, even though he's bad, he's just like, if you draw him and you already have some Cyber Dragons in the field, you can just like use him. You're just like, oh, I can always just, he's just there. He's just that extra Cyber Dragon there to help. That's all. You have Valley, and Valley's really good, really useful. Well, he's a stall card and gives you a card or 2 cards if you whatever. Valley's useful. You can run. I would run 3, but you can run 2. 2 wouldn't be bad, but 2 to 3 is good Valley. Valley's a must have because Cyber Dragon deck you need cards. So it's like good to have him in there. And Larva, just like Larva's gone, you can bring back another one. That's all he is from your deck. So I would run 2. I wouldn't really run 3 because Larva is not really that great useful. He's just like kind of like he's a deck slimmer card. He slims your deck, so it gives you better options to draw something. So running 3 wouldn't be bad, but you have 3 really kind of somewhat useless monsters, so it's not useful. Cyber Phoenix. You could run him in a deck, but he's not like extremely handy. Cyber Dinosaur is actually pretty decent because a lot of people special summon. So if you have him in your hand, just like sitting nice and chill in your hand, you're like, oh wait, you special summon, huh? I'll special summon. It's a 25. You have a 2500 attack with the monster. That's really not bad. And of course, Eleton, Field Wiper, Banish, opponent's field destroyed. Hit your opponent for like how much monsters you get rid of times 8. Is it 800? 500 or so. So that's decent. That's not bad. Eleton's good, but I wouldn't run 2. Some people run 2, but I would just run 1. Because, I mean, he banishes a lot. He banishes pretty much practically everything. He's like, it's like, not really like Chimeritic, but if he's like, it's like, but he's like, he's like that monster that you just want to just use for last second, or just like, for like, just like a OTK, Eleton's OTK, field wipe, get rid of banish, field wipe, attack for a lot, and damage, and if you limit removal this, it's game. Unless your opponent's got like spell cards, so that's why you use Trap Stun. So that's what Eleton's useful. So I'll just run 1. Armored Cybern, he's useless. He's not, you don't need to run him. Satellite Cannon, another card that's not really used. Solar Windjammer, another one. You could run him, but I wouldn't. Jade Knight is useful. He's useful for Cyber Dragon, because, he makes like machine time monsters with 1200 attack or less can't be destroyed by trap effects. So that means your core won't be destroyed. So say your opponent wants to try to get rid of it. Say like you're attacking and you have an attack position with and you have Jade Knight there. Jade Knight can protect him. And also if Jade Knight's destroyed by battle, it's got 1800 defense and 1000 attack. So most likely Jade Knight will be destroyed because it's a weak attack. And it means you can add your Drake. You can add a Drake to your hand or another core. So that'd be useful. I would probably run 1 to 2 Jade Knight. You could use him, but you can use Falchion and B, but my personal sake, no. Reflect Bounder, he's useful, but not so much. The Light Hexil Fusion, not really. Shining Angel is useful though, because you want to run Shining Angel, because Shining Angel's effect, I would run like 2, because it's not really, 3 isn't extremely useful, but just run 2. I would run 2 Shining Angel, because he basically he gives you light monster with 1500 or less attack, so he gives you your core, or anyone else you can, and he gives you core and so whatever else you put in there that's useful. So that's pretty much. And we have Cyber Repair Plant, which is also a new card, which basically it says if Cyber Dragon is in graveyard, you can activate one of the effects. If you have 3 or more Cyber Dragons in the graveyard, they can activate. You can activate both effects. And you say you're running 3 Drays, 3 cores, and 3 regular Cyber Dragons. That's 9 plus Proto and Zwei. Well, not really Zwei. No. If you have 3 or more, so you have like 1 of each in here, like you have these 1 of each in here, in Cyber Repair Plant comes in really kind of handy right there. Because basically you can add a light machine time monster from your deck to your hand, so that gives you whatever you want. Or you can target a light machine time monster and give it and shuffle it in your deck. So it's like it adds you, it gives you what you need. So like you use it, you can get a Dre or Core or Cyber Dragon. Or if you have 3 in your graveyard, you can use both. You can add and put one back in your deck. So Cyber Repair Plant's a must-have in this deck. And that's also a new card in here. And you have Evolution Burst. Basically, if you control a Cyber Dragon, you can target a card your opponent controls and destroy it. It sort of works like Bursting with Destruction. Pretty much over Cyber Dragons. And then you have Super Poly, which is just discard a card and use whatever on you feel it. I'd rather use regular polymerization than Super Poly, because the card you discard is kind of pointless. Power Bond is a must-have in a Cyber Dragon deck. It's like their asset fusion card right here. But use it wisely, I would say. Well, not say use it wisely, but just like use it like it's. I would best use it on Twin, but if you want to OTK out that ass, use it on End Dragon. So just taking the 4,000 damage is pricey, but you have 8,000 attack piercer, so it's pretty useful. It's really, and then Limit Rule, we already know, double attack and destroys. Megamorph, never run this in, never, no, don't, just, why is this even in here? Just no. DDR is useful, but I would only want to run because it's, I don't know, it's not the greatest, but it works, because you're gonna be banishing, so you're gonna need something to bring back. MST is a must. MST is always useful. Light of Redemption, it's useful. You pay 800, you can target a banish and add it to your hand. It's useful, but it's not completely needed. And Machinima Armor Unit, it's decent, but I wouldn't want to run it. Cyber Network, Basically, Cyber Network is destroy this card during the 3rd semi-phase after activation. Once per turn, but if Cyber Dragon is revealed, you can banish a light machine type monster from your deck. When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, special summon as many of your banished light machine type monsters as possible. And if you do, destroy all spell and trap cards your opponent controls. Monsters that were special summoned once effect cannot activate their effects. You cannot conduct your battle phase until you activate this effect. So Cyber Network is decent, because basically with this you can banish a light machine type monster you have. So say you can banish you can't only thing bad about it is you can't use their effect. But say you can just like use it for a free Cyber Dragon banish. You can use it for like you can use it for like Proto or something. You can use it for like something decent. I wouldn't really want to use it to banish Dre or Core, because their effects need their effects. So if they're banished and come back with no effects, they're just like, they're just like there. So I would run probably 1 to 2. So my preference is 2, but you can run 1 and still be okay. But 2 is not bad. But 3 is a bit. So running 3 Cyber Network will hurt you. My opinion, it won't hurt you. Cyber Net Hidden Technology is also somewhat decent. It's so say your opponent declares an attack, you can send to the graveyard 1 Cyber Dragon you control or a fusion monster you control that lists Cyber Dragon as a fusion counter. So basically, if your opponent attacks, you can send a Cyber Dragon you control or a fusion Cyber Dragon monster you control to negate the attack, which is okay. But this card works great for if you're running an Eleton OTK. This is perfect. But if you run an Eleton OTK with deck, which I'm not, you would run 2 to 3 Eleton, and run 3 of these. But I'm not running an Eleton OTK. I'm running a regular OTK Cyber Dragon deck that I feel would be really useful. So I'm just probably put 1 in here. 3 of a Kind. You could use this card, but not great. Trapstone's a must. Dimensional Prison's a must. Malevolent Castery is good for artifacts, but we're not using artifacts, so it's pointless. While Boku's a must and Call's a must. So yeah. That's basically the deck right there, So I'll see y'all in a little bit after I'm going to open up these other 2. Right here. Kind of told you some combos that I thought of and everything that's useful about this deck. So, hope y'all enjoyed. And I'll be back with my Cyber Dragon deck, Soulstorm deck, and so on. And Gishki, so and so, whatever. So, see y'all later. Be enjoyed.